they don't know there's a problem. Nobody knows but us. You know, we still sleep in the same bed. We still share the same house. When we're out and about, where you would never know. It's kind of a difficult place to be because I feel very fake,
Mm.
and I feel like she perceives everything that I do am doing to improve myself is to get her back. And she's the type of person that looks for all my faults and not for the good things that I do. So
You're in the right place, right? Every one of us that come to this work and the men that are here are good men. You know, we want to bring integrity into the world. We want to bring honor into the world. We do care about how people perceive us. We've invested pretty much all of our adult lives in being a great dad, right? And putting all of our efforts
yes,
into that. And maybe they were misguided at times, but that's something that we've always wanted, right? Like you're saying. So,
yeah,
if you don't mind, so how far have you bloomed her? How much is she open to you about her pains?
that's an interesting question because uh, we had a talk 2 weeks ago, very long talk, which basically turned into all the things that, like I said, that I do wrong, all the things that I failed to do, and just stuff around the house that I'm not a leader, that she's in charge of everything, on and on and on. Um, so that's been the discussion. I don't know, and I'm trying to get that out of her. She said one of the things she said is, you don't talk to me. We never talk, and since that time, I've probably asked her 3 times, "Hey, let's talk. Let's sit down and talk." I don't feel like talking. I'm too tired, or this or that. So I'm kind of confused about what she really wants in terms of talking to her. Uh, I'm confused about where where she is. If she's trying to work on things, or is she just waiting? I don't know. I, I
Yeah.
don't know. Seems
Yeah.
like pretty dumb to be in that situation, but that's kind of where I'm at because she doesn't really express anything except that she doesn't want to sleep with me and that she uh, doesn't want to be intimate with me. We sleep in the same bed. That there's some things that I need to prove on. One of which was uh, getting in better physical shape, which I've done. I've joined a gym. I've been working out, doing a lot of that kind of stuff. But one of the things she identifies, I don't do enough stuff with guy friends, and I picked up on that. But I, and she's right, but I need to do it for me, not because she's saying I need to do it.
Yeah, that's true. Let's play a game. Do you want to play a game with me?
Sure.
Okay. The game is called She's Already Told You. The game is called that she's already told you, and even what you just told me, right? She's already told you. And the way she's telling you emotionally. She's not telling you uh that she wants to tell you how to be a man. She's not telling you that you need to put points on the scoreboard. This is what you're saying, and that I need to do it for myself, right? But so already, we didn't talk, and that what was it? She had to be the leader.
Yes, that she makes all the decisions because I apparently didn't step up to do those things. That she initiates, all the plans, going out, all the parties, uh, everything. And to a degree, she's right. And I think part of the problem has been anytime that I've tried to be that leader or try to initiate things, uh, she would find fault, wasn't good enough, I didn't do it right. And I just stopped. Like, why should I try everything? Every time I try to do something, I'll give you an example. She recently hurt her back and she went back to work for the first day yesterday. And she usually comes home from work and makes dinner. And I said, don't worry about dinner. It's on me. I'll take care of it. And it turned into, what are you getting? What are you doing? I was going to have food ordered in because I'm not the greatest cook. That's not what she wanted. So I ended up making dinner, made tacos. That's easy. Uh, she comes home right away. She finds something wrong with how I made the taco meat. It's, it's just very frustrating. Uh, it's little stuff that's just crazy.
Sure. And I think from back, one of the first things that you said the word codependent. which we could have a whole conversation about, certainly. And so you want her to approve of you. Yeah. You really want her to approve of your taco meat and your ordering out and and your leadership. Yeah. You really want her to approve of you. Yeah.
I do, to the point that I want to feel like she can see that I'm making an effort to try to do the things that she's identified that are making her unhappy. Uh, I want to do it because I think it's the right thing to do. I used to get very angry when stuff like what happened yesterday would happen. I just, it just slides off anymore because I know I did the best that I could do, you know. And if she doesn't, is not happy with that, then it's not really my problem. It's her problem. So I'm getting
Yeah.
better at that.
Yeah. Good for you. Good for you. And so to finish up my game real fast, which we could certainly play another time, is
No, sure.
I'm
This is
sure you've
good.
either seen the movie or read the book Gulliver's Travels, right? Where he goes to different lands, and in one land he's a giant, and in the next land
Yes.
he's like tiny, right? And he wakes up with all the ropes tying him down, all the tiny people and stuff like that. Well, that's what she feels like over time. She feels like over time, all of the little moments when, and by the way, I'm speaking from experience, and so is every other guy. So it's like she over time fell asleep, and she's the giant in the land of all the tiny people. And she woke up with all these strings over her. And over time, those were when she felt like you avoided a conversation, or she felt like you shoved your emotions down, or she felt like you turned another direction instead of having a difficult conversation with her, or she felt like she had to hide herself, or you felt like you had to hide yourself, and she felt that. And over time, all those strings like tethered her down. And so when you're thinking of any one of those moments, they're not a big deal, but over time she feels like she's imprisoned by those. Not that she's right and you're wrong, but that's the way that
Sure.
she feels. Same with the leadership. The leadership is almost like the other way around. It's like you took a nap, and then one of those or two of those strings was pulled over top of you, and when you woke up you kind of like, you know what, why do I even try? They're just trying to tie me down, like I'll just lay here anyway. Like I'll let her take care of it. Now I don't know anything about you, but this is what it feels
Sure.
like to her. I say that not to, because again, I've been there. I think every guy's been there. It's not to shame. It's that I know exactly where you're coming from. And it's not about trying to figure out how you got to the land of the tiny people. It's the fact that she feels tied down by these things. And that in and of itself, you're kind of asking, I don't know what she wants. And it's like you're thinking as like a guy thinks, how do we get back to our homeland of,
Yeah.
get out of
Yeah.
Munchkin? I want to get out of Munchkin land. How do I get back to normal land? And she's just thinking, I'm tied down by 1,000 strings. And that's the problem right now, is that she wants you to feel that with her. Not that you have to try to fix it, but that's what she wants to have you feel and understand. So the trying to get back to normal to her just feels like you're jumping way past the current problem. So that's where you are, it feels like. And the biggest thing to me right now that I wanted to point out is that she's already told you two gigantic things that actually really are her current problem. And it is the leadership, and it's the not talking. And so when you're like, let's talk, let me fix it right now, she's thinking, I'm already tied down. I want you to feel with me what it feels like to be trapped under these 1,000 strings. That's the
Yeah.
starting. That's the starting place.
Yeah. And I think I'm starting to see that.